Hey everyone! Today we have a Chevy Trax. It's a 2016, but this is going to be a 2013 to 2016, or really any GM that has this style of key. We're going to add a remote start to it. Today we've got an iDatalink CMGM right up there. We are putting in an iDatalink one-way kit. And we're going to need a T-harness. GM7 or GM12 will work. This should give you a good idea of how to install a remote start. If you're familiar with the cars and electronics, this should be a fairly straightforward install. Or if you're just starting out in the industry, this should spark your interest. But this is a Trax, not a Spark. But the key process would be the same. First step is to get the telescoping all the way out. And you're going to see this little plastic. Let's zoom in on that. Right here. We're going to lift here on both sides. And now we can expose two Phillips screws. So we're going to unscrew, lock the telescoping. And you're going to do that on both sides. And then there's a hidden screw. Well, it's not really hidden. Right on the bottom, there's another screw. Whoop! Casualty of steering wheel. Okay, other screw here. And there's three pieces to the plastic. We'll show you all of them once we get them all off. Screw. Off. All right. Next one through here. One, two, three. I like to keep the screws in the corner here. And this should just pop right off. So there's one piece here. Might have to do a little bit of finagling. There we go. So the bottom hidden screw was down there. This little clip goes in like this. And this guy goes in like that. Simple as that. Alright, now that we have the wires exposed, we have two modules. Here, just get in, take a look at, pop the harness open. The difference between the GM7 harness and the GM12 is the adapters. The GM12 comes with another adapter. GM7 just has one adapter. But we don't even need the adapter in this case, because the wires just work. So next step is just to pop these connectors out. There's a little red, here, we'll get it out so you can see. And all I have to do is pull this connector back and push down on the tab. Let's do that again. Oop. We just pull this red connector back and then push down on the black tab. Okay, so very simple. Push it in and push your locking tab in, and then plug this guy in. Now we do the security, which is just plug in like that. Nice. And plug this in like that. Cool. All right, so what we want to do is we're going to get a zap strap and we're going to follow along the steering column. All we have to do is go to the data line, which is the ODB2. And the easiest way, we're just going to push this all the way through for starters. I'll expose this for you guys. It's basically how do you see this? And we're looking for pin 1, this green wire. We're going to solder in on the screen. Ooh, focus. Okay, this is your data line. We're going to tie into that. So there's Tessa tape here, which is really good tape, but it's a pain in the butt to work with. So I'm going to kind of, so now that we've got this wire here, strip and strip, and I use a wrap joint, basically coming around, giving it a little bit of connection like that, and now we can solder it. Nice dull finish. Alright, I use some 3M tape here. I've chopped it up into small pieces. Rather expensive tape, but when you wrap this over, even in minus 40 below Saskatchewan weather, it works great. Okay, before we go any further, I've already programmed this module. A little bit of a note, if you have this key, iDatalink does not support the 3 lock start. I've actually turned it on in this vehicle to show you what happens if you do, and I don't recommend it. We'll turn it off afterwards. But let's program this up. Okay, programming this module, you need a WebLink programmer. I've already gone through and programmed this. If you want to see me make a more detailed video on it, let me know and I can see what I can do. There's a simple 30-step process, but I've kind of shortened it down. And it goes a little something like this. You put first key in, you take the first key out, you put first key in and the light goes out. You put first key in and you shake it all about and you're done. All right, so the problem is we've programmed this. We're gonna try testing it with a remote start, 3 times lock. It does start and it does run, but this is completely dead when you have it. You have no way of shutting the vehicle off other than the key or the brake. Okay, so this is why they don't recommend it. But let's make sure that we program one of these guys, and we will escape, escape.
Trax.
Ford, Chev. Plug this, black plug. What we're gonna do is program the transmitters. So we're gonna look at the lights here and here. Normally you'd have it attached to the dash, but this is a lot easier for you guys to see at home. So we put the key in 5 times. No song to this one. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Light stays on. Hit the lock button. It flashed. Hit the lock button. It flashed. Cool. It's programmed. Light will go out. Let's see if this works. Hit the lock button. Yeah. Unlock. Unlock again. All the doors unlock. There's no power trunk or anything, so that button does nothing. So let's start it by pushing and holding the key down until the light flashes. And now, when the car is running, the unlocks and locks. So, a couple checks we have to do after we install it. Does the heater work? Yes. No check engine light, and no airbag explosion. That was weird. Okay, shut it off with the brake. All is good. All we have to do now is put some zap straps on the connector here, mount the antenna, and we're all done. So I'm going to leave you at this. If you don't know how to reassemble, it's the same way as before. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe you want to consider subscribing and see what I break next. All right, thanks for watching.